this is Nicky G and welcome to Better Commander. Today we're doing a full-on breakdown of Tawnos, the toy maker. Oh man, the Brothers War spoilers are in full swing, and what would an MTG set be without a simic value engine? For those of you who like to lean into weird tribes, weird synergies, and weird characters, I present you some cards to consider for your Tawnos decks. Alright, listen, I'm going to wax all poetic about Magic the Gathering cards, but first consider subscribing to my channel. I do deals, I do steals, I do budget decks, I do hot takes, and I scour the internet for all the best ways to make your commander decks better. Tawnos the Toy Maker, 3 green and a blue for a legendary creature, Human Artificer. It's a 3/5. Whenever you cast a beast or bird creature spell, you may copy it, except the copy is an artifact in addition to its other types. Beasts, birds, artifacts, what a weird deck this is going to be. Remember that Mutate is casting a creature spell, so you can double up those as well. You may be thinking, well, this is way worse than the old Volo. Well, kind of, it's just a different flavor of simic value nonsense. You got the old Birds of Paradise. It's 1 green mana for a creature bird. It's an 0/1 with flying. You can tap it to add 1 mana of any color. What's better than a Birds of Paradise? Well, 2 Birds of Paradise. Birds is one of my all-time favorite cards, so let's make 2. You're going to need a lot of mana to cast these big beasties. Oh my god, dude, it's Curiosity Crafter. 3 and a blue for a creature. It's a bird wizard. It's a 3/3 with flying. You have no maximum hand size. Whenever a creature token you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Love this guy. Dealing damage with our tokens is the name of the game. Plus, if there are 2 of them, then you're swimming in card draw, buddy. How about the old Auspicious Starix? Auspicious means lucky. As far as I know, I don't know, what do I look like, a dictionary? It's 4 and a green for a creature, Elk Beast. It's a 6/6 with Mutate for 5 and a green. Whenever this creature mutates, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile X permanent cards, where X is the number of time this creature has mutated. Put those permanent cards onto the battlefield. So you got 5 and a green for 2 free permanents off the top of your library. I love this guy. This card does a ton of work in mutate decks. Grave Sifter, what is this guy? 5 and a green for a creature, Elemental Beast. It's a 5/7. When it enters the battlefield, each player chooses a creature type and returns any number of cards of that type from their graveyard to their hand. Great card to save for after a board wipe. If your commander is out, you can double up and get both beasts and birds. Your opponents get stuff too, so remember that against tribal decks. Migratory Greathorn, this thing's migrating. 3 and a green for a creature beast, it's a 3/4. It has Mutate for 2 and a green. Whenever this creature mutates, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Creature ramp, this is great for 3 mana. Come on, dude. Phyrexian Ingester, this may seem a little expensive to some of you minimalists out there, but it's 6 and a blue for a creature, a Phyrexian Beast. It's a 3/3 with imprint. When it enters the battlefield, you may exile target non-token creature. It gets a +X/+Y, where X is the exiled creature's power, and Y is its toughness. This is a classic old-school commander card. Double exile with Tawnos out there is dope on a rope. Rampaging Bayloss, 4 green for a creature beast. It's a 6/6 with trample. Also has landfall. When a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may create a 4/4 green beast creature token. This is an army in a can. This is a land ramp payoff beast that will get you 8 power per turn if you hit your land drops, buddy. Souvenir Snatcher is 4 and a blue for just a dang bird. It's a 4/4. Has Mutate for 5 and a blue. Has flying. Whenever this creature mutates, gain control of target non-creature artifact. You're going to be stealing your friend's soul rings. You're going to be stealing their whatevers. You're going to be stealing their arcane signets. You're going to be stealing their Bolus's citadels. You're going to make enemies around the table. Everybody's going to hate you. That's the whole point. Thunderfoot Bayloth, that was my nickname back in college. It's 4 green for a creature beast. It's a 5/5 with tramp stamps. Has Lieutenant. As long as you control your commander, Thunderfoot Bayloth gets +2/+2. And other creatures you control get +2/+2 and have trample. I use this guy in a ton of decks. This is 18 power if your commander's out for 6 mana. Plus it's giving your entire board +4/+4 if you get 2 of these guys out there. Research Thief is suspiciously good in this deck. It's 4 and a blue for an artifact creature, Moonfolk Wizard. It's a 3/3 with flash and flying. Whenever an artifact creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. That includes Research Thief. That also includes the copies that you're making off of Tawnos. Don't forget they're artifacts as well. And you got the Caller of the Pack, the Big Mac. 5 green for a creature beast. It's an 8/6 with trample. Has Myriad. With Tawnos on the battlefield, assuming a 4-player pod, this is 48 damage you're throwing around. You can sacrifice the tokens to greater good or whatever. I'd never seen this card before, but it seems really threatening with Tawnos at the helm. Dreamtail Heron is 4 and a blue for a creature elemental bird. It's a 3/4. You can also mutate it for 3 and a blue. Has flying. Whenever this creature mutates, draw a card. So you're mutating twice, drawing 2 cards. You're giving flying to whatever you're mutating it onto. It seems pretty good. This is the first of the mutational creatures I stuck in this deck. Garruk's Pack Leader. This is another suspiciously good card in this deck. 4 and a green for a creature beast. It's a 4/4. Whenever another creature with power 3 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. This is usually not quite good enough for commander, but if you're ramping like crazy, drawing 4 cards per creature is a steal. Also, these two will see each other enter the battlefield. You got your Hydroid Krasis, brother. It's X green blue for a creature jellyfish Hydra Beast. It's a 0/0. When you cast the spell, you gain half X life and draw half X cards, round down each time. It's got flying and tramp stamps. Hydroid Krasis enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. This is a classic beast. You only get 1 cast trigger, so you're only drawing 1 half X cards and gaining half X life. But this thing has flample babies. Nessian Game Warden, 3 green for a creature beast. It's a 4/5. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of forests you control. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So you're going to be digging for that Crater Hoof, which is also in the deck, which is also a beast. It's easier to get when you have double the ETB triggers. Pouncing Shore Shark is 4 and a blue for a creature. It's a shark beast. 4/3 with mutate for 3 and a blue. Has flash. Whenever it mutates, you may return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Has double bounce for 4 mana with flash. This is a shark with arms, okay? Imagine a shark taking the time to strangle you when it could just bite you in half. That's crazy talk. Ravenous Gigantotherium, yeah. 5 green for a creature beast. It's a 3/3 with Devour 3. When it enters the battlefield, it deals X damage divided as you choose among up to X target creatures, where X is its power. Each of those creatures also deals damage equal to its power to Ravenous Gigantotherium. Take out your opponent's commander's value creatures. You're going to get double the enter the battlefield effects on this guy. I don't know if this is actually any good, but I just thought it was a fun card to say. Oh my god, it's my old buddy the Terra Stomper. 3 green for a creature beast. It's an 8/8. This spell can't be countered. It also has trample. This card is so old it has reminder text for trample. This is just a big old beater and an old time favorite of mine. We got Trigon Predator, 1 green and a blue for a creature beast. It's a 2/3 with flying. This is our only flying beast as far as I know. Actually, I lied. The Hydroid Krasis is a flying beast as well. When it deals combat damage to a player, you may destroy target artifact or enchantment that player controls. Heck yeah, flying beast that disenchant, that's what I need, dog. Impaler Shrike is 2 blue for a creature. It's a Phyrexian bird. It's a 3/1 with flying. When it deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice it. If you do, draw 3 cards. This is great. Refill your hand for 4 mana. It's a Phyrexian bird. Get on in the deck, dude. Coveted Peacock. This was also my nickname back in college, ironically enough. 3 blue for a creature bird. It's a 3/4 with flying. When it attacks, you may goad target creature defending player controls. That's the kind of thing about a bird beast deck. You got a lot of flyers. You're going to be goading some stuff, dude. That's what birds do, dude. They fly. Okay. So this guy duplicates himself. He bombs in and he interacts with your opponent's board. Goad is okay. Elder Gargaroth is 3 green for a creature beast. It's a 6/6 with vigilance, reach, trample. Whenever it attacks or blocks, choose 1. Create a 3/3 green beast creature token. You gain 3 life or draw a card. I'm drawing a card probably every time. This fellow is expensive, but he does a lot. Gem Razor. Nobody ever wants to see a Gem Razor across the battlefield. It's a creature beast. It's a 4/4 with mutate for 1 green. It has reach and trample. Whenever this creature mutates, destroy target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. Removal on creatures. This is the theme I would go with while building this deck because you can double it up. Manglehorn. Oh heck yeah. 2 and a green for a creature beast. It's a 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, you may destroy target artifact. Artifacts your opponents control enter the battlefield tap. So this is 2 and a green for this effect. Twice is fantastic. Artifacts entering the battlefield tap for your opponents is a bigger hindrance than you might think. Nimble Obstructionist. My buddy Kevin loves this card. 2 and a blue for a creature bird wizard. It's a 3/1 with flash, flying, and has cycling for 2 and a blue. When you cycle Nimble Obstructionist, counter target activated or triggered ability you don't control. This thing has flash, so you can hold up mana for whatever you need. This is a good card. Did you know Protean Hulk was a beast? Well, it is. It's 5 green for a creature beast. It's a 6/6. When it dies, search your library for any number of creature cards with total mana value 6 or less, put them onto the battlefield, then shuffle. I didn't know this thing was a beast. You can toss in a creature combo if you want for funsies, or just use the old Hulk as a generic combo piece. Sawtusk Demolisher, 4 green for a creature beast. It's a 6/6 with mutate for 3 and a green, also has trample. Whenever this creature mutates, destroy target non-creature permanent. Its controller creates a 3/3 green beast creature token. One of the less impressive mutators, I guess. This can power up a value creature. You're getting 2 6/6 creatures with trample if you cast this while Tawnos is out. And listen, look at this guy's poor face. He's got to saw down a tree with his face. That's crazy. I mean, what can I say about the old Thragtusk that already hasn't been said? But suffice to say, 2 Thragtusks are better than 1. Alright, last card, we got the Ulvenwald Oddity. 2 green for a creature beast. It's a 4/4 with trample and haste. It has 5 green, transform Ulvenwald Oddity. Transforms into Ulvenwald Behemoth. It's a creature beast tour. It's an 8/8 with trample and haste. Other creatures you control get +1/+1 and have trample and haste. Hey man, people will tell you this card sucks, and it kinda does suck. It sucks a little, but if you find yourself late game with 7 mana, this can be a finisher. I like this card. I like everything about it. I like the flavor, I like the art. Whatever, man, I'm sticking it in my deck. Hey, listen, I threw together a quick deck list, and as would be imagined, the Simic monster can generate a ton of value. It's very powerful right out of the gate. It's fun, it's interactive, it's relatively cheap. This one came in at about 180 bucks, but it could be built much cheaper. Let me know what you guys think of this Beast Master, Bird Master, Funk Master. This is Nicky G from Better Commander.